In today's lecture, we are going to begin with the chapter Compound Interest. So let rupees P be the principal that is amount invested at a rate of R1, R2, R3, till Rn for n number of years. So therefore, in compound interest, let's see how we do it. So, interest for first year will be equals to principal of first year into, let P1, let's say, is the principal of the first year. So P1 into the rate is R1 into first year means time is 1 year by 100. So this is basically P1 R1 by 100. So amount for first year, let's say interest for first year, we name this as I1. I1 is the interest for first year. So amount at the end of first year A1 will be equals to P1 plus I1, that is the principal, plus the interest. So whenever you give some amount in the bank, say, so the amount you invest plus it gives you back a certain interest on the sum of money that you have invested. So the amount that you get finally back is the principal plus the interest. So principal is P1 plus interest I1 is P1 R1 by 100. So we get P1 as common. So we have 1 plus R1 by 100. So this is the amount at the end of 1 year. Now, to begin with the second year, what we need to take, this is the most important point in compound interest, is that the amount of first year, amount at the end of 1 year, that is A1, will be equals to principal for second year, that is P2. So therefore I2, interest for second year, is equals to I2 is equals to P2, principal for second year is P2, rate for second year is R2 into time is 1 year, because we are only doing for second year, by 100. So this is basically P2 R2 by 100. Now amount at the end of 2 years A2 will be equals to the principal plus the interest. So P2 plus I2. So P2 plus I2, we have basically P2 R2 by 100. P2 R2 by 100. So this gives us P2 comes common, 1 plus R2 by 100. And we have P2 is equals to A1. And A1 was equals to P1 1 plus R1 by 100. So P2 is also equals to P1 1 plus R1 by 100. So we have, instead of P2, we have P1 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100. Now, amount, was our A2 amount at the end of 2 years, that is A2 will be equals to principal for third year, that will be equals to P3. Therefore, interest for third year I3 will be equals to P3 into R3 into 1 by 100, because time is 1 year. This is only for the third year, not for 3 years, third year only. So P3 R3 by 100. So amount at the end of 3 years A3 will be equals to P3 plus I3. Now P3 is our P3 plus I3 is P3 R3 by 100. P3 comes common, 1 plus R3 by 100. Now P3 was equals to A2, amount at the end of 2 years, A2 was equals to P3. So P3 is equals to A2 and the value of A2 is P1, 1 plus R1 by 100, 1 plus R2 by 100. This is P3 and we had in multiplication 1 plus R3 by 100. So in a similar way, continuing for n years, we have AN, the amount at the end of n years will be equals to P1, 1 plus R1 by 100, 1 plus R2 by 100 into dot 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 till 1 plus Rn by 100. Because for 3 years, if we saw the amount, it was 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100 into 1 plus R3 by 100. So if we take for n years, it will be R1 by 100, R2 by 100, R3 by 100, R4 by 100, R5 by 100 till Rn by 100. This is our formula for amount. And if the rate of interest for all n years is same, say R, that is R1 equals to R2 equals to dot 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 equals to Rn, all the are equal, all the rates are equal, equals to Rn equals to, we say this as R. So then amount at the end of n years, A will be equals to P 1 plus R by 100, because R1 is R, R2 is also R, dot 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 1 plus R by 100, and this, all of this are total there in n times, because first time, second time, dot 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 till n times it was there. So all of this are there for n times, which is equals to P 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power n, because n times it has been multiplied. So this is our formula for compound interest, amount at the end of n years. And since this is the amount, compound interest at the end of n years will be equals to the final amount, that is AN, minus the initial principal P1. This will be our compound interest formula. Okay, let's deal with some questions over here. By solving some questions, we'll gain more clarity. So initially, for the first exercise, we will not be using this formula. This formulas we will be using only for a second exercise. So first question 1. A sum of rupees 9600 is invested for 2 years at 10% per annum at compound interest. Part 1. What is the sum due at the end of first year? Second, what is the sum due at the end of second year? Number 3, find the compound interest earned in 2 years. And last part, find the difference between the answers in 2 and 1 and find the interest on the sum for 1 year. So, solution. Therefore, first of all, given principal P is equals to rupees 9600. Here, every year the rate of interest is constant. So, rate R equals to 10% per annum. So, next we have what is given, time is 2 years. So, for first year, we'll begin with first year. Interest for first year I1 will be equals to P R. 1 year we are talking, so time will be 1 by 100, which is equals to 9600 into 10 into 1 by 100. So cancels off, we have rupees 960. So amount, this is our first part. So amount due at the end of first year we are naming this as A1 is equals to rupees, basically P plus I, which will be equals to rupees 9600 plus rupees 960. So that is equals to rupees 0, 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10560. Now, to write it more briefly, A1 will be equals to principal for second year, and here itself we'll name this as P2. So for second year, P2 is equals to rupees 10560. Rate again is same because it was 10% per annum compounded annually. So 10%. Now what we'll do is we'll find the interest. So interest for second year, I2 is equals to P2 into R into 1 by 100. P2 is 10560 into 10 into 1 by 100. So 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel off. We have interest as rupees 1056. So therefore, this is our part 2 amount or the sum due at the end of second year A2 will be equals to our rupees, basically P2 plus I2, which is equals to rupees 10560 plus rupees 1056. So we get rupees, at the end we have 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 5 plus 0, 5 plus 1, 6, 0 plus 1, 1 and 1. So 11616. Third part, compound interest earned in 2 years. Will be equals to, so A2 minus P1 or the initial principal. Compound interest at the end of n years is AN minus P1. So compound interest at the end of 2 years, so instead of n we are placing 2, will be equals to A2 minus P1. So P1 or P is basically the same in this case, so A2 minus P. So A2 is rupees 11616 minus the initial principal that we took is 9600. So this is equals to rupees 2016. So this is our compound interest earned in 2 years. And number 4th part, find the difference between the answers in part 2 and part 3. So difference is equals to rupees 11616 minus in part 2 and part 1. So in part 1 we had 10560. Rupees 10560. This will be equals to rupees 1056. So now we need to find the interest on the sum for 1 year. So interest will be equals to PRT, principal, this is our principal, so 1056 into rate is 10% into time is 1 year by 100, so 0 0 cancel off. 1056 by 10 is rupees 105.6. So interest for this sum for 1 year will be equals to 105 rupees 0.60. Whenever we have in rupees, we write 2 decimal places because in paise we have 2 decimal places. Second question, calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 50,000 for 1.5 year at 8% per annum. The interest being compounded semi-annually. Semi-annually basically means that interest is being compounded every 6 months. So solution. So what we'll do is we'll take the principal as it is. The only difference will be that instead of taking every 1 year, like we took first year, second year, instead of this we'll take first 6 months, then second 6 months. Instead of a year, we'll be taking 6 months and solving now. So principal P is equals to rupees 50,000. Rate given to us is 8%. So rate R is equals to 8% per annum. And time is 1.5 years. So for first 6 months, interest I1 will be equals to P R into T by 100. So P is 50,000, rate is 8% per annum, and time we are taking 6 months. So time will become half a year by 100. Time will be half a year. Please understand that 6 months is half years. So in place of time, we are replacing by half. So 2 1s are 2 4s are 8, 0 0 0 0 cancels off. 5 4 20 and 0 0. So interest is rupees 2,000. Then amount at the end of first 6 months, A1 is equals to P plus I1. P is rupees 50,000 plus rupees 2,000. Interest we need to write in rupees 2,000. So this will be equals to rupees 52,000 for second 6 months. P2 principal for principal here, P2 will be equals to A1 because the principal for the next part becomes the amount of the initial part. So P2 will become equal to A1, which is equals to rupees 52,000. In a similar way, we'll find interest. So interest, like we found at the end of interest for the first 6 months, this was. Now we'll find the interest for the second 6 months. So this interest I2 will be equals to P2R into half because time is half 6 months, that is half a year, 100 into 2. So this is equals to P2 is 52,000 into rate is 8 into 1 by 100 into 2 to 4 sir 0 0 0 0 cancel, 52 into 4 4 to 8 5 4 20, so 2080 rupees. So amount at the end of second 6 months, A2 is equals to rupees 52,000 plus rupees 2080, which is equals to rupees 54,080 rupees. Now for third 6 months, principal P3 will be equals to A2. So principal is the amount of the previous portion. So that will be equals to rupees 54080. So interest I3 will be equals to P3 R3 into half by 100. So 54080 into 8 into 1 by 100 into 2, 2 ones are 2 fours are 0 and 0 cancel off. So 5408 into 4, 8 fours are 32, 4 4 16, 1 in hand, 5 4 20 plus 1 21. We have 10 at the bottom, so a decimal place. Since this is in rupees, we'll put 0 at the end. We need 2 decimal places. So this is our interest for the third 6 months. So amount at the end of third 6 months, A3 will be equals to P3 plus I3, which is equals to P3 is rupees 54080 plus interest is rupees 2163.20. So the final value we get is 0.20, 3 plus 0 is 3, 6 plus 8 14, 1 plus 0 1 plus 1 2. So 2 plus 4 6 and 5. So 56,243.20 rupees. So this is our A3. So compound interest will be equals to the final amount minus the initial principal. So that is equals to rupees 56243.20 minus rupees 50,000. This will be equals to rupees 6,243.20 rupees. Now, next question, number 3. Calculate the amount and compound interest This chapter is mostly calculative on rupees 5,000 in 2 years. When rate of interest for successive years is 6% and 8%. Solution. So principal P is equals to rupees 5,000. So rate for first year R1 is equals to 6%. Rate for second year R2 is equals to 8%. Now what we'll do is we'll begin like we did earlier. For first year, interest I1 will be equals to P, rate will be R1 into 1 times 1 year by 100. So this is equals to, principal is rupees 5,000. Rate for first year is 6% into 1 by 100, which is equals to rupees 300. So therefore, amount at the end of first year A1 is equals to P plus I1, which is equals to rupees 5,000 plus rupees 300, that is rupees 5,300. For second year, principal P2 will be equals to A1, because amount at the end of first year will become the principal for second year, and interest, so this is equals to rupees 5,300. So interest for the second year I2 will be equals to P2 R2 into time is 1, because this is only for the second year, by 100. P2 is rupees 5,300 into R2 is, rate of interest for the second year is 8% into 1 by 100. So 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel, 8, 3, 24, 8, 5, sir, 40 plus 2, 42. So rupees 424. So amount at the end of 2 years, A2, P2 plus I2, which is equals to rupees 5,300 plus rupees 424, that is equals to rupees 5,724. Therefore, compound interest for 2 years will be equals to A2 minus initial principal. So A2 is rupees 5,724 minus rupees 5,000, that will be equals to rupees 724. Okay, and the last question, last example that we are going to see, these are the basic 4 types of questions that you find in your book. So a man borrows rupees 5,000 at 12% compound interest per annum. Interest payable after 6 months. So this question also is quite like this one that we did, number second part, where 8% per annum and the interest was being compounded semi-annually. So here it was written semi-annually. Semi-annually means basically 6 months, and here interest payable after 6 months, that means semi-annually. So we'll also solve this in quite a similar way like we did in the first part, but there is a little twist to this question. He pays back rupees 1800 at the end of every 6 months. Calculate the third payment he has to make at the end of 18 months in order to clear the entire loan. So first given to us principal P is equals to rupees 5,000. Rate R is equals to 12% per annum. So interest is being payable 6 months, that is semi-annually. So for first 6 months, interest I1 is equals to PR1 by 100, that is equals to rupees 5,000 into 12 into 1 by 100. 0 0 0 0 cancel off, 12 5 so 60 and a 0, so we have rupees 600 as our interest. So amount A1 will be equals to P plus I1, that is equals to rupees 5,000 plus rupees 600, which is equals to rupees 5,600. So he pays back rupees 1,800 at the end of first 6 months. So therefore amount at the end of first 6 months is equals to rupees 5,600 minus rupees 1,800, since he is paying this amount back. So instead of taking this as A1, because the amount that he needs to repay will become this amount, so we'll take this as A1. So let's take this as A1. So that is equals to rupees 56 minus 18 is 6 is 8, 5 minus 1 is 4, so 3800. So we are taking this as A1 because this was the amount that was calculated after taking in the interest, but he paid back 1,800. So after paying back 1,800, the amount he still has to pay is 3,800. So now for second 6 months, principal P2 will be equals to A1, that is equals to rupees 3,800. So interest I2 is equals to P2 R1 half by 100. this was for 6 months. I took 1. This was my mistake. I should have taken half, because 6 months is basically half years. So 6, so this will not be 600, and this will be 300. And in this case, this should be 300. So this will become 5,300. So from 5,300 we need to subtract 1,800. This will become 5,500. So principal, 3,500. This is 3,500. So we have this as 3,500. So this will be equals to 3500 into rate is 12 into 1 by 100 into 2. We are taking this half because the time is 6 months. In the first part I mistakenly took 1, but it should have been half. So according to half, now we have calculated. So this is 5,300. 5,300 minus 1,800 becomes 3,500. 3,500 we have taken. So 3,500 into 12 into 1 by 100 into 2. To 6 so 6 5 30. 6 3 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. So we have 2 1 0, and this 2 zeros cancels off. So we have rupees 210. So this is our interest. So amount. So this amounts to P2 plus I2, which will be equals to rupees 3,500 plus rupees 210. That is equals to rupees 3,710. So therefore, as he pays back, so in the question he was paying back 1,800 at the end of every 6 months. So he pays back 1,800 at the end of second 6 months. Therefore, amount at the end of second 6 months, A2 will be equals to rupees 3,710 minus rupees 1,800. So that is equals to rupees 10. 37 minus 18. So that is equals to 19. So we have 1,910 rupees. This is our A2 for third 6 months. This is our last part, because in the question he cleared out the entire loan at the end of 18 months. So 6 months, 12 months, and this is his last payment. This will be his last payment. So principal P3 will be equals to A2, that is equals to rupees 1,910. Interest I2 is equals to I3 is equals to P3 R into half by 100. So P3 is rupees 1,910 into rate is 12 into 1 by 100 into 2 to 6 0 0 cancel off. Rupees 6 1s is 6, 9 6 54. 6 1s is 6 plus 5 is 11 for 114.60. So amount he pays back. So he need to pay whatever the amount there becomes finally. Amount he pays back at the end of 18 months is equals to rupees 1910, the principal plus the interest, that is rupees 114.60. So the total amount that he pays back is equals to rupees, so 0.60, 4 plus 1, 4 plus 0 is 4, 1 plus 1, 2, and 1 plus 9. 90 plus 1 is basically 20. So 2024.60 rupees. So with this, he completes his complete payment. Please attempt first exercise all the questions. These are the 4 types of questions that you will have in your first exercise. Thank you.